didn't see there. This is Jet from JetSpencer.com. Give you a proper introduction. Wicked! And what I'm going to be talking to you today about is a book review I'm going to be doing. The book is Growth Hacker Marketing by Ryan Holiday. And I like this book because it is something that I keep near and dear to my heart. I'm trying to build a business of my own, and I'm looking for just about every single way of growing said business. You know, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have the advertising dollars of Coca-Cola and these other big companies, but I still want to be able to grow and still make an impact and still have a voice. I still want to help people, but I can't do that in the old school methods of advertising. And this book kind of dispels the fact that you don't need the old school advertising anymore. We're in a totally different world. The technological advancements that we've had over the last 15 or 20 years have just been mind-blowing. And the things of old where you would go out there and plaster your name up on a billboard or start hitting the radio waves or being on a TV commercial or looking for that next celebrity endorsement, all that, while not gone, is completely overvalued in today's marketplace today. What types of things have taken over for this old school marketing tactics? And that's where growth hacking comes in. Growth hacking is being able to actually measure how your advertising is working. How is the market actually being affected by the things that you're putting out there on a consistent basis? As opposed to just taking your voice and just slamming all these different types of people. Instead, go for a specific community of people. Go for a very particular niche of person who already wants the product you're selling anyway, and then just sell it to them. Give the people what they want. Step 1, product market fit, and for the rest of this video I'll be calling it PMF. So PMF is basically that perfect medium between what the customer desires and what is actually being delivered to them. When you can find that perfect fit, that's the PMF. And where in the past it used to be, you know, the first horse on the racetrack typically won, that's not the case anymore. If you look at today, a great example of this would be Facebook and Instagram. Facebook has pretty much all the same types of features as an Instagram would have, except the fact that Instagram came in with one very critical thing. And what was that? It was the fact that you were able to actually filter your pictures, change them up, and throw in a couple hashtags. And people love that. They want to share pictures with people. Facebook didn't integrate that quickly enough. Facebook realized that and ended up buying Instagram for $1 billion. And that might seem like a lot of money, but in today's age, I believe that was a complete steal. I mean, if you look at other businesses, a lot of the other technological ups that have been growing at a rapid rate. We're talking about Uber, we're talking about Airbnb, we're talking about Snapchat, Twitter. All these things have absolutely exploded and have become a mainstay in not only social media world but also the app world. He uses Airbnb as a great example of how PMF actually works. In the book, he talks about Airbnb. Now, Airbnb, the original idea for Airbnb, the original website was actually Air, Bed, and Breakfast, which is what Airbnb stands for. And the idea was the original creators had a loft and they had extra space and it was just kind of sitting there and they wanted to make some extra cash. So what did they do? They created a website where, hey, you can stay at my loft and I'll feed you breakfast in the morning. And what ended up happening was, you know, they got customers, they got customers, they got customers, and they realized there was a pattern. A lot of these customers were saying the same thing over and over and over again. Man, wouldn't it be cool if I could just go anywhere I wanted and, you know, do this? You know, just have a place to stay wherever I wanted to go, any city and any place. And that's when it kind of clicked. And they were like, we're on to something a lot bigger than we originally thought. And those were the types of pivots that led them to the PMF. You see, they could have stayed in their current market paradigm where they were going down and, you know what, we're just going to continue to rent out this loft. You know, we'll probably make a couple, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a year off this. You know, we got people coming in, but they were like, no, 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 no. The market is telling us over and over and over again, the market is giving us feedback that it would be really cool if we could go anywhere in the entire world and do something like this, stay somewhere. And that's when Airbnb really took off. But thinking about PMF and actually finding out what it is a lot harder. But the easiest way to go about it is probably, he references the Socratic method. Why is that person using your particular product? Who are they? Why are they not sharing this product with more people? What is it about this product that they like, and what is it something that they wish would be improved on? And by listening to this key feedback analysis by consumers and customers, they were able to, pivot and continue to make those gradual changes that you need to make with your own business to get the key elements in there so you really start making some cash. The second thing you want to do is, what is your growth hack in particular? What type of marketing aspect are you going to be doing that's going to cement yourself a little bit different from the rest of the gang out there in your particular niche? And when you go out there and you're asking for feedback and you're constantly getting it, it's best to reach out to those sites and let other people know what you're doing. There's a lot of already established communities in whatever particular niche you're trying to go into and attack. Find what that community is, go out there and let people know what you do. Are you the type of person who comes in and, hey, look, my name is Jecht, and what I do for a living is self-improvement. I want to be sure other people have a better health, better wealth, better relationships, and a better life. I want somebody to be that person that I wish I had when I was growing up, so I didn't have to go through all the trials and tribulations that I had to go through as I was making decisions, in my younger years. And this is the type of things that I'm trying to bring to you. So talking to my community such as this really helps me get that strong feedback, and then I'm able to applicate it, and make it worth your while, as well as continue to provide quality content. Another thing you can do is just start a blog. Just start throwing out content out there, stuff that you're really passionate about, something that you truly love to do, and people will resonate with it. Give them your true authentic personality, hit them from your core, let them know it's something that you really want to share with the world, and there will be some people that resonate with that. Then you're able to start building that following. There's also some dark hat things you can start doing as well. You can either start bolstering your own rankings by creating fake profiles, and it's not exactly something that someone would say is ideal, or if someone was to find out, it probably would look bad on you. But if you think about the growing of Reddit and Dig, this is exactly what they did. Same thing goes with stuff if you're trying to build your own online dating service. You think all those profiles are real when it first starts out? Heck no, a lot of those are fake. Another thing that really helps build that business up really, really quickly is to surround yourself with someone who already might be in that particular niche, but is a parent category of it. So say for instance, you wanted to be like an MMA fighter or something like that, and you wanted to teach people how to do MMA or teach people how to fight. If you were to go and do a guest post or a guest blog or something like that in a Royce Gracie gym, and obviously that's a big jump, but if you were able to go and do that, you're going to get all those followers from Royce. Not all of them, but you'll get a small subset of people who are like, who's this new guy, who's this fresh blood, and just putting your face out there is going to distinguish you from all the other guys who are just like, oh, I'm so good at this, oh, I'm so good at that. But next thing you know, they see you next to someone who's already big in that particular niche. They'd be like, well, he hangs out with him. There's got to be something about that guy. You can kind of parent and piggyback off someone's already amazing service. I mean, if you look at what PayPal did with eBay, eBay didn't have really a good system of going about having people put their credit card information in, and PayPal just jumped right on that. And what ended up happening? PayPal actually was bought out by eBay, creating that vibe of exclusivity. Only X amount of users are allowed to join this website, at least at the beginning. Only X amount of users. It's kind of that same concept of when you look outside the club, there's those big long lines of people outside, and then you get inside and there's no one there, and you're like, fooled me. Another tricky thing that you could do is give a special incentive or an irresistible bribe. If you're trying to get somebody to sign up for something, whether it be a newsletter or give you their email or perhaps use your service, bribe them. And how do you bribe them? You don't have to give them money, though particular websites do that. A great example that he uses in the book is Groupon. And Groupon offers a free $10 for anybody that you refer to another service. So you get free $10 every time you refer someone to go do something and they actually go do it. Same thing with Living Social. Let's say you wanted to go get a spa, you referred 3 other people, they all bought, now all of a sudden your spa treatment completely free. Another great example, Uber or Lyft. You know, think about the first time that you used Uber or Lyft. What was it that you did? You know, you found out, hey, you know, my first Uber ride is free, or my first Lyft ride is free, and now you're hooked for life. You have to pull the user in. You have to pull them in. It's not enough that you have a good idea. You have to pull them in and make them see that good idea. Because if there's no communication in the proper channels, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much awareness you put out there. It's about customer acquisition. Because someone who ultimately buys from you is 15 times more likely to buy from you than a particular person who's never bought from you before. Step 3 is going viral. You want to figure out the precise formula for having your particular content go viral. People just think that it just poof, magically things go viral. You know, all of a sudden you throw a random video up there and it's got 25 million views in 3 days, and that's just not the case at all. The key to making something go viral, once again, is either offer a bribe or have it be like you're just giving free content, free value, and you're not asking anything in return. Something has to scream pure value to something without asking something in return. Because when you're constantly asking, gimme, just please love me, please love me. And then boom, hey, free content, free value, free advice, free. And the best thing is when you have a particular product and it doesn't even look like an ad. Works when you're constantly having other people see that what you're giving them is just complete and pure value, the likeliness of it being shared is going to skyrocket. Okay, step 4 is close the loop. Retention and optimization. Once you have people coming to your site, you want them to continue coming back. Great key example he used was Twitter. When Twitter first started out, the originating guideline was you first signed up for Twitter and then 20 people, you automatically started following them. And the new way you go about joining Twitter is you join Twitter, they give you an idea of who to follow, and then you can pick and choose from a category of different people, and thus Twitter became born. This, they realized, upped their conversion rate. Rather than someone just signing onto Twitter one time and never using it again, Twitter has now grown into a huge community. It's these slight tweaks, these slight fixes that optimize the people that have already joined and create a loyal following. The saying goes like this: it's better to have one bird in the hand than 2 in the bush. The future of marketing. It's where you're just giving out massive amounts of value. And what's a good example of this? Well, he uses in the book Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek, if you're familiar with it. But he also wrote another book called The 4-Hour Chef. And The 4-Hour Chef was not allowed to go in bookstores like Barnes & Noble and stuff like this. It was an Amazon sold book. And what ended up happening was they had to scramble in 60 days to try to up the sales and boost the sales of this book, even though it wasn't even going to be out in stores. How is this to be done? And what did they do? They gave a bribe. He offered 240 pages, the first 240 pages of the book, completely free. Completely free. So people were able to try before they buy, so to speak. And by doing this, by putting out this massive amount of value completely for free, it gave people eyeballs. They're like, oh my God, this guy's willing to give out, about a third of his book, read through it, see that they actually enjoyed the content in it. And once they made that choice, then they can make the jump and actually purchase and buy. This ultimately leads to is understanding that the term marketing is not something you just go and do. It's something that anything that acquires customers is marketing. That's what marketing is. It's acquiring customers. So if you're able to build something within your service itself that acquires customers automatically, you don't have to go out there and spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you have a share feature in there, I was talking about before with Groupon, where it's like, hey, if you refer 3 people, you get, your service for free, right? Or Uber, hey, if you sign up your friends for Uber, they get a free ride. Or if you sign up one of your friends as a driver, you get $100. And doing this, they're actually incentivizing and building within the platform itself ways to market. They don't. It's completely hands off for them. The machine builds itself. So when you're able to create a system where it's completely self-sustaining and you don't have to spend dollars doing the whole old school billboard radio and all that stuff, and you're completely targeting the people that want that product, you're hitting them exactly where they want it, shouldn't be hitting people, but, hugging them, right where they want it. But when you're hitting them right there, they're going to be much more apt to continue to buy from you. And once you have a first-time buyer, unless you do something dramatically bad, as long as your service continues to produce value for them, they'll continue to buy from you. So that's all, my friends. Hope you got a lot of this video. Once again, Growth Hacker Marketing by Ryan Holiday. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. So definitely check out the book. I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys are the freaking oxygen in my veins. I make these videos for you. I hope you get some value out of it. If you have any questions or if you have a book review that you want me to do, I'll definitely check it out and do that for you. I'll be putting out prizes soon. As I'm doing these book reviews, I want to be able to actually give out the books that I'm reviewing to people. So look forward to that. Also, make sure to check out JechtSpencer.com. If you like the video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and/or comment. And that's all. Good fortune, my friend.